I'm going to be talking about mixed fractions. Mixed fractions are composed of an integer and a fraction. So let me give you some examples of mixed fractions. Okay, now what are these used for? So sometimes you have quantities that are composed of wholes, W-H-O-L-E-S, wholes, plus a portion of a whole. All right, for example, perhaps you were really hungry one day and you ate 2 pizzas and half of a third pizza. So the total quantity of pizza that you ate could be represented by the first mixed fraction. And that is referred to as 2 and 1/2. So we say the integer, the word and then the fraction. Okay? And then the second one is 3 and 4/5, and the last one is -7 and 3/8. All right? Now, mixed fractions can also be written in a form that does not have an integer in front. Let me show you an equivalent form that is not a mixed fraction for each of these. Okay, so the forms on the right of the equal sign are called improper fractions. What makes a fraction improper is if the numerator is bigger than the denominator. Now, don't be put off by the term improper fraction. Improper fractions are very proper. In fact, I usually prefer improper fractions when I'm doing calculations to mixed fractions. I find improper fractions to be more convenient. Okay? So they are very proper. Now, let's close this video by showing how to convert from a mixed fraction to an improper fraction. And then I'll also do some examples. Okay? We know how many pieces make up a whole. All right? That's the denominator tells us that. And so to figure out how many pieces we have in a mixed fraction in total, we're going to multiply the integer by the denominator. And then we're going to add that product to the numerator. Okay? So think about why that makes sense. On the first one, how many half pizzas do I have? Well, I have 2 times 2, and I have another half. So that's going to be my numerator. And then I'm going to put 2 for the denominator. The denominator is not going to change. And can you see that that gave 5 halves? For the second example, I have 3 times 5 plus 4 pieces of pizza. So I hope you can see that that gives my 19 over 5. And then the last one, there's a slight twist to that one. So we have negative 7 times 8, and we're not going to add 3 to that. We're going to subtract 3. Okay? So think about why that is correct. But that's going to give us minus 59 over 8. All right, so when you have a negative in front, you have 2 negatives in the expression that gives you that you use to calculate the final numerator. Okay, so let's have you do some conversions now. So would you please tell me the equivalent improper fraction with respect to the following mixed fractions? Now, I would also like you to try your hand at converting a few improper fractions back to mixed fractions. Now, you know how to go from mixed fractions to improper fractions. See if you can figure out how to go backwards and convert back to a mixed fraction. Okay, so pause the video and try to do these 6 exercises now, please. Okay, I'll go ahead and work these out myself. So for the first one, 3 times 10 plus 7 over 10, that gives 37 over 10. For the second one, 2 times 6 plus 5 over 6 gives 17 over 6. For the last one, minus 24 minus 1 over 6. I hope you remember to subtract the 1 on that one. Okay, and so there I get those 3 answers. Now, let's do the exercises that go in the other direction. Okay, 11 halves. So how many wholes do we have? How many whole pizzas? Well, we know that it takes 2 whole pizzas, two half pizzas to make a whole. So can you see that 11 halves has 5 holes, 5 whole pizzas, and then an extra half? Okay. 13 over 3. How many 3s are in 13? Well, there's 4, so can you see that that's 4 pizzas with an extra third? And the last one, 97, can you see that if you had 97 pizza slices where each pizza was cut into 10 pieces, can you see that you would have 9 whole pizzas and 7/10 of a pizza left? All right. Now, what if I had changed these last 3 exercises to negative? How would that change the answer? Okay, if the improper fraction is negative, that simply makes the answer negative. All right, so negative improper fractions are nothing to worry about. Okay?